factual, absolutely and totally factual. The background that Spider has done on this is just beautiful to see. And all of a sudden you'll find, well, there's a town I've been through, and Partia, and oh, hello, they had a race circuit here many years ago. So he'll give you the profile of that, and certainly it's a collation of every circuit that's ever been raced on. Of course, there's some of them, for example, go to Wanganui, and Wanganui has actually got clearly 3 different circuits that it has used. I think I've got that right, Spider? At least 3 that I'm aware of, but Spider will outline each of those. So when you think of Wanganui, you know, the road race paradise of the South Pacific, and you think of the cemetery circuit is only one of the circuits that has been used in Wanganui. It happens to be the one that's been used the most, and the one that we are used to in the current one, but there has been others used as well. That's just one example. You can go to many places. You can go to Waiheke Island and think, well, that is actually where the TT started, because they were racing on roads. There was no circuits in those days. Pukekohe hadn't been built, so they had to find places. Well, you're not going to do it in downtown Auckland, although in saying that, of course, Freeman's Bay, it has been done, but in those times, you were looking for roads, and of course, a road race circuit, the word road racing had nothing to do with the dirt that they were on, because it wasn't even tar seal. And you go, of course, to the South Island and to the Ctas of this world and many other places. It is absolutely cool. It's a real good read. You'll love it. You'll go through it. You'll be mesmerised by it. You'll have your favourites, and it might be a name that you recall or something. So firmly encourage it. Check it out. Turbo Sound's got our edition. You've got to have yours as well, and Spider's got them for sale for you this weekend right here in Taupo. Cheers, Brad. You've enjoyed your copy? Oh, he's just getting that switchback going again. Sorry, he's just been on mute, so a bit slow, but
I've got my copy. I've got Touring Edition 002, so I was straight off the rank. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I quite like it how you look at Taupo International Motorsport Park and you see the track here, but it wasn't always like this. It was the original part, and then the addition in, I think, 2006, 2005, 2006, they did it for the A1 Racing Grand Prix. Yeah, it's got all the different versions of your favourite circuit. So Real Puna's had about 3 or 4 different layouts and configurations. So yeah, no, that was my favourite part about the book, watching my favourite tracks and just seeing the history of them all are there in Spider's awesome book. So awesome. Get your hands on a copy of that if you can. Right now we are in the CarlCox Motorsport High Sung and Ninja Cup with our Supersport 150s in there as well. And it is Tim Green who got out and won race 1. So he is in command of this one here as well. Andrew Ansell, he is the other Ninja 400 out there on the Past Masters rider training machine. So that's your 1-2, the 2 Ninja 400s. Then you go to Simon Beard. He is the first of the Ninja 250s, the High Sung 250, sorry. And he is heading up the High Sung Cup race. So 3 different classes out there. We've got Reeve Lee, he's 7th in the race, but he's the first of the Supersport 150s to be running, and running a really good pace in there to be mixing it in with the 250s. Awesome stuff on the Promoto machine. Well done to Reeve Lee. And then we've also got Debbie Tapper on her Gixxer 150. So she's out there as well, the second of the Supersport 150. So there's 3 classes out there, 2 400s, 2 150s, and then the rest of them make up the Highest Sun Cup. And great to have 13 of them entered and out there on the track. So Tim Green and Andrew Ansell, they are leading this one, but Simon Beard, 3rd in the race, he is in charge of the Highest Sun Cup. We'll keep you updated in this 6-lap race. And right now we've still got a good 4.5 laps to go.
Right, Brad, you were baiting us earlier on and talking about Reeve Lee, and we'll be telling you later. Well, but the streetlights will be on shortly, so you might like to give us that story now. What a cool up-and-coming kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, he's a really cool kid, Reeve Lee, and you often find him here at Taupo National Motorsport Park, but we've also seen him mixing it with the best in junior motocross at Digger McEwen Motocross Park down the road. I think he's about 14 years of age. I think he was 13 when he first had his ride on the Gixxers, and now just a young man. Absolutely awesome to see how far he's come in a short amount of time, and a name you definitely want to remember. He's on the 35 machine, the Yamaha R15. His uncle Scott, former road race champion and a mentor to the young man, and awesome team around him. So brilliant to have Reeve Lee here, and a young man you definitely want to remember the name of, because this guy is going places, so look out for him. He's on the smaller Supersport 150 machine, but mixing it with the High Sung 250 as well and truly, and finding himself right in the thick of a good battle here in the infield.
Right, also just to add to that, wanted an opportunity as well to be involved in the Oceania Cup. It was a bit of a league too far, but hey, it's still the right thing. It's that stepping stone. It's getting into racing, and I'm sure he's going to develop a lot more with it as well. And just such a good story to have young kids working with us. Sorry, we've my era, not being prepared to know his exact age, but it's certainly still only a young man. So to get him involved so well, and to give you an idea of the two 150s, we've got miles apart, and it's Reeve that's got the upper hand, and as Brad rightfully says, mixing it with those higher-sung 250s. And of course, the higher-sung, well, they've had some recent racing as well, and counting for points at other rounds, and getting right back into it. This legendary higher-sung, and congratulations to Kendall. Must say a shout out to Kendall Dunlop, the first woman to ever win a race. Now, I've got to be honest, I would have thought, and I was only putting sort of one and one together and thinking was I hitting two, but in fact I was off the mark, that Avalon Biddle would potentially been a winner of a race as she'd been in that class. But anyway, the stats say she is the first woman winner, so congratulations, Kendall. Now, we haven't necessarily seen a lot of Kendall in two-wheel racing because, of course, she's more come to note with her championship-winning sidecar swinging performances. So that's where, for me, I'd seen her first at National Glory and the number one plate to go with it as well. So she has been NZ number one, but to be back on two wheels in racing and to take a win in that CarlCox Cup, well done, Kendall. So there she is, a mother and a wife and a rider and a racer and a swinger. Wow, how cool is that? There's another woman to put on a pedestal for how cool women are in sport and in New Zealand. So bring it on with the CarlCox Motorsport Cup coming at you right here in Taupo NZ. Tim Green on the green with the CarlCox Motorsport. Ninja 400s are the bigger bikes. They've got the bigger advantage. Certainly 400s over 250s. That is significant. The other one in there on the 400, of course, is Andrew Etzel as well. He's on the Past Masters Rider Training. Chris Smith, Stewart Electrical Property Maintenance, Craig Stewart, Lesson Lean Limited is sponsors for the man from Taumaranui. And he's on the 2019 model Kawasaki EX400. So bring it out there on the track with our Ninja 400 lineup as well. And no Jacob Stroud in this one, Brad. So no.
We missed him in race one as well. So yeah, something's
just doing the one class, eh?
Yeah, something's not quite there. Not sure what's happened there, but Jacob Stroud, he was out in the E3 earlier on. So great to have Jacob Stroud back at the racetrack. Having a lot of fun. So this one here is in the latter stages of it. The 2 laps to go is coming up for Tim Green. He's in the flip-flop now and well and truly in command of this one. 9.4 seconds quicker than anyone down the road here. So Tim Green, he's going to cross, and that's going to be 2 laps to go for the number 47 machine. Well done to him. And then the second of the Ninja 400s with Andrew. He's going through the flip-flop at the moment. We'll give you an update of the highest sung Cup. Simon Beard is leading that one. Nathan Finlay, Rory Garvey and then you go to James Fordyce in about 4th place and 6th in the race. So check that one out. We've also got Reeve Lee and Debbie Tapper, our Supersport 150 as well. So look out for them. We've got Reeve, he's up into 6th place in this race, first in the Supersport 150s home, so that is quite remarkable. He is doing really well, and Deb Tapper led in 15th for the race, in the second of the Supersport 150 entries on the smaller Jigsaw 150. So great stuff, great racing all round, awesome class. Really cool to have these three all combined and get some good experience. They've got the youth and some experience out there as well. All looking a treat at the moment. Tim Green, he's in a class of his own. He's lapping in the 150s, so that's 8 seconds quicker than anyone else is lapping in this race. So just truly brilliant performance so far from the man on the number 47.
Well, it's called a power to weight ratio, and it's what happens when you put a young pocket on the back of a young rocket, and that's what we're seeing at the moment out there with young Reeve Lee, tiny little man slotted in there, full set of leathers, tucked in behind the fairing. There is nothing sticking out. You put a camera shot on the front of that bike, you think the bike's coming with no rider on it. He's lean, he's mean, he's a machine, and he's flying out there. So cool to watch, and goes round to the corner. Man, his riding excellence is so good. Hardly dropping that throttle. That thing is absolutely being screwed the neck off. Luckily, it's a promoter Yamaha, well maintained by Grandpa George, and he is ready to get out there and have some fun with racing. This is such a cool thing because he's literally being forced to step up his mark and race with bigger bikes. So, you know, it's a David and Goliath show with 250s up against 150s. And it's not just that. It's not just the 100cc difference. There is a significant difference in the size of the bike and more power. Oh, we've gone to red. We've gone to a red.